After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 587. Today is Wednesday, February 7th, to include January 31st, 2024. As we are recording, I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Foon in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something you like and that you will stay with us. If you are returning, we're always glad to see you back. And if you are new or returning and you're in the shadows and you'd like to become more involved, you might want to consider pressing the little subscribe button on your right, it's red, and tapping the little bell so that you can adjust how your notifications come in, all of the things that we post, some of them or none of them, and you just check in. If you want to take part in the alongs that we do over the years, you need to be part of the PHN home group, and the little link is in the description box below. It's phnpodcast.freeforms.net, I think. Yeah, and so that's in the little description box below the video, as are a whole bunch of other things, our shops and.
But just look at the description.
Yeah, just look at it. Okay.
We did, apparently the warning I posted last week about not having a podcast last week, I posted to my BookTube channel instead, so oops.
Yeah, we apologize for missing, but we were both not feeling well.
Yeah.
So,
now I did remember to post it to the Instagram and to the WhatsApp.
And I think I posted to the PHN group.
But I posted to the wrong YouTube channel. So
we apologize for that. We weren't feeling well, so yes. It showed them what we did with our notifications. Okay.
I have 4 projects.
And I have 5. I have the little gray cells.
And
chocolate.
You're good.
Chocolate tea for the little gray cells.
Chocolate mocha. For the little gray cells.
Little gray cells. It's a Poirot reference. It's my favorite tea over at Adagio, and this is what I have in the morning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's chocolate mocha for the little gray cells.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Because I remember at first your concern would be like coffee.
Yeah, and every once in a while, if I don't steep it just quite right, or
if you have it something that's very sweet.
Yeah, or if I have it with something very sweet, or if it's a little too strong, it'll get a little more of the coffee overtones. Like, ooh, I better not do that again. But it's not to the point where I can't drink it. So, and this is a re-steep is a little bit weak for me, and for some reason it seems a little cooler. I don't know, and by cooler I mean temperature-wise.
Well, it sat a little while when we were doing our cupcake.
But it didn't seem warm even then.
Huh? You didn't do it at a lower temperature than you normally do?
I thought I did. It's almost lukewarm.
So I have now this has faded a bit, unfortunately, over different washings. Or maybe it was just this. I don't think it was this faded to begin with.
I don't remember.
All I want is to hug all the bunnies mug. So it's rather faded now. I've had it a while. I think this probably was one of those ones that someone made themselves and sold it, because it definitely doesn't hold up to the same extent that my knitting kitty does, which I had much longer.
What was from Etsy?
Yeah, Mom says this is probably from Etsy, so, it was more of a handmade, kind of thing, then that makes sense that it would not last the same way that the other would.
Right. I know I was going to say something else, but I don't remember what it is.
I don't think I said tea, Earl of Grey.
Yeah, and this is my mug is an Adagio. It's my owl and all the forest creature mug.
And this is a T-spot tea. I'm finding myself gravitating a bit more towards the T-spot ones. They tend to have a lot of black teas and quite a bit of smoky teas, and those tend to be my wheelhouse.
And I'm sticking mostly with Adagio, but I have some from Plum Deluxe that I like, and I've pared down my wish list a whole lot because they're all, a lot of things I like are fandoms, and so everything comes in tins, and I need to ask if maybe they can consider making it an option for the envelopes, even if we pay the same as we do for the tins.
Right.
I don't care. Just don't want to. I have tins all over the place, and they take up a lot of space. And I don't know what you can only have so many notions boxes, the little
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with them, and I hate to throw them out because the artwork is really cute.
Because you already have the ones that I gave you or showed you the bobby pins fit in all, all size bobby pins fit in there. So it's like, but you only need so many bobby pin.
Right. There's only so much. There's only so much you can do with that, even if you're very creative, because you only have so much space.
Yeah.
And so many things of that particular size. I would prefer to get the little envelopes. Like I said, I don't mind paying the extra price for the fandom because I know they have to do extra things to do it. They have to do special things because people are creating that. They're not just putting it together themselves.
Right.
So I get that. That's fine. I don't mind paying the same price as I would for the tin. Just give me the option so that it's not, all over the place in terms of my tins. They fall down, they make noise, they're just, and they're
take
really
up space.
They take up too much space, and they're really nice. I like them, and I have some on my metal filing cabinet that are my blends or Taya's blends that are, I wanted to keep the tin, but I'm running out of space even for my own for that. So I just.
What happens? You keep creating tins without, or keep creating teas.
But I want to. And that's why I'm saying we need to have envelopes. And I don't mind having one tin for it, because then I can find something to do with it. Or, if God forbid I have to get rid of it, I'll get rid of it. But to have to, every time you want to buy something, because the tin is the sample size, and which is like, I don't know, 5 cups or something like that of tea?
Oh, I can't remember.
It's a sample size, and
it depends on how much you fill your, when you
and how much is the tin. Some of the tins get really, they stuff their tins. But the point is that the next size up is like 8 ounces or something. I would like to be able to get that smaller size in an envelope, and I think I'm gonna have to ask somebody. I never can make their Friday chat. To ask somebody on the Friday chat why we can't do something about that. Okay, so that was a little bit of a
side rim.
But we have 2 alongs I think that are going on right now. We have the Anything Goes Make Along, and this is all year long, and this is exactly what it says. You guys get a reprieve here. You can do whatever you want as long as it fits the parameters of knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, paper crafts, weaving, that kind of stuff. It's all in the thread, and if you have a question, you can ask. Our moderators are really knowledgeable. If they don't know, they'll contact me or they'll contact Ty. Usually they contact me, and if I need to discuss it with Ty, I'll do so, and then I'll answer you. So it's all there in the thread. It's just basically whatever you want to do. The featured yarns and featured patterns are our core featured yarns and patterns. Anything by Lady Fritical Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and anything by Laura Concert, which I think is a Lollipop Girl Creations or yarn or whatever it is. I'm not even sure what's available now with her. I think she's going more toward glitter, but if you have her yarn, you have her patterns, you have her whatever.
Yeah.
Not glitter, that's not part of our thing. No. But if you can make it fit, then she is a featured creator for us, for this along and for subsequent alongs.
Yes.
She always has been. This, as I said, goes for the whole year, and we will pull prizes quarterly. So we will pull prizes for this one April 1st. Well, somewhere around April 1st, once March is finished.
Right.
So we are about almost halfway through this first quarter, which is really weird, but yeah. The next one, the hashtag is #PHN Anything Goes on Instagram. And we do have an Instagram account, so if you want to put it up there.
And that's in the description.
Now, the Ready, Set, Go make along. This is where we start all the things, so please, nothing that's been started prior to January 1st. This is where we start all the things. You freed up all those needles in the last along where we got rid of everything. This one is the one where we start all the things. Now, the frogging is no longer eligible for consideration for prizes because January is over. You could frog all the way to January 31st. Once we hit February, that was done. So now it's just starting new things. You can post whips of things that were started January 1st or later. And again, this is anything. I mean, just as long as it's a new start, okay? And the same featured yarns and patterns, the same type of rules, the same type of projects, and the hashtag is PHN Ready Set Go 2024 on Instagram. Okay, that takes care of the alongs.
Well, you're the one who has more projects.
In my Knitter's Magic bag, my dark, kind of soft black bag with purple flowers, is my Welcome Little One project from the On the Porch Blanket Knitting Pattern by 5410 Studios. And this is in my Bare Necessities yarn. I did work a little on this during the week. Not a whole lot, but I did work some. So it is
I've
growing.
been doing this past 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. Once I felt better, I was able to work more on it.
Yeah.
So you would think we had more projects, but because I'm not feeling well, it kind of took that advantage of having the extra time out. But yeah, so this is my yarn. It's Bare Necessities. It's in the bulky weight, and it's just a pretty basic pattern, as most of the 5410s are. But they all look nice. They all look nice, and I'm really excited because I think I'm actually going to finish this one,
which is nice.
So I think it's the only knit project I have going right now.
It might be. You aren't working a whole lot of them.
Yeah, but that's all I have to say about this one.
Okay. In my Shed USA 10-year anniversary bag, I think this is medium. This is Mom's silver mitts. I think that this is your silver bells. But
is it silver bells or quicksilver? It looks like it's dark. It might be quicksilver.
Oh, okay. And the pattern is Foot in the Woodland Cave. I have to wait to continue it because I left my notebook in the other room, so I can't check off which row I'm on. Even though it's a measuring thing, I like to check out the number of rolls, so that way when I start the other one, I can go, oh, okay, approximately so many rows, and there's less measuring every 5 seconds.
Right.
But I think I'll have enough yarn.
Because I complained because I have my beautiful shawl and I don't have any mitts to go with it.
So I found some scrap of this that I think might have been from Davina's Christmas stocking, or something I made for Davina.
Maybe.
And so now it'll be something that'll be Mom's. And this is a nice simple knit, but you do it to have some light and focus to work on.
And it'll give me something in my yarn that I actually have for my own.
I thought you had more than that. I thought that I've made you things with it.
I think you've made me a couple of things. I don't generally make things for myself out of my yarn because I sell it. Or I give it away to people. I don't usually make, unless I have scraps.
Yeah.
Although, I want to say there's some kind of project I was working on that had some of my yarn in it. You're not going to go to sleep on me.
I think there is.
There is what?
Something that you own in your yarn.
Yeah. All right, let me get my next project out. This one should be done. And this one I did work on a couple of nights while watching TV. We're not doing a date night because my husband doesn't like me working on projects while we're doing date night. But in my Silver Shed USA 10-year anniversary bag, and I think this is the extra large. I'm not positive. It's either the large or the extra large. I think it's the extra large. Is my Strawberry Shortcake baby blanket from the Sarah Bell Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweetheart. You guys probably know this by heart. And I did work a few rows on this one. Still very fuzzy, still very soft.
Wasn't anticipated to become any less of either of those things.
Yeah, it's almost done, see, because it's almost done. A few more rows and I think I'll be done. Maybe I can finish this in the next few days. Maybe I'll actually have a finished object next week. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be cool.
Don't hold your breath. I would hate to have people pass out because they're waiting for me to finish this next week. But yeah, this is a really nice soft yarn to work with. The only beef I have against it is a personal one, and that is that I find that if you need to tink back, it tends to stick. But I am learning to work around that a little bit. I think it'll be very, very nice for a baby to have against their skin. It is acrylic, but it's one of the nicer acrylics. And yeah, it's kind of. Did I show it? I think I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Wait, Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I did. So this is hopefully this will be done by next week. Hopefully. And maybe I'll start another one. Because I have all this ice yarn in my
all different colors.
All different colors. And maybe I can start another one, and hopefully it won't be this fuzzy stuff. And and I keep making a lot out of that. Some people may not find it an issue. I just have a difficulty with it because for whatever reason I do.
Well, it takes a little bit of teasing to get it done, but you can get it without having to cut.
Yeah, and I've done. I had one that I had to work around, but I have been able to tink back and kind of play with it until it released it. You just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. It's just like what I call unforgivable. That yarn, it really is hard. You have to cut that.
Right. But my turn, I guess. In my Ploverbird Pigs bag.
I always like that bag. It's cute.
They're so cute.
That's what the Ploverbird.
In here is my Bomber's Hooded Cowl, which is from the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern. It's a free pattern. Just search for that Thorns Hooded Cowl online. You'll find it.
It's a really nice free pattern because it gives you, 4 different options?
5 different
5 different options, yeah.
But I've started the process for the hood. Once I'm at 4 inches from the main body, I can start I think it's increases and decreases. I can't remember. But, there's not a whole lot to say about this other than the fact that, I'm probably about halfway through where I need to be before I can start, adjusting the hood.
I need to pull mine out so I can look again at the hood because I was very confused. I think that's one of the reasons I put it away because you showed me, and I'm still confused at the way that you had to. It didn't make sense in my head how it didn't just kind of decrease. It did something weird, and my brain just doesn't want to wrap around it. So I have to sit down and really look at it.
Once I figured out what the pattern behavior was, I could easily work with this.
What?
Once I figured out what the
repeats and stuff, but
the repeats and everything, I could work with it. Once I figure out, okay, this is the way the pattern works.
Well, that's the point. I can't get to that point. Once I do that, I'm fine, but I can't get to that point.
Yeah.
It's just eluding me for whatever reason. Let's see here. Don't do that. Okay, my turn? All right. In my Knitter's Magic blue and white plaid bag, when I say it always looks like a picnic tablecloth, it always makes me happy. That's a big bag. This is Talia's shawl. It's the Cherry Bomb. And it's the scrap shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And I did a little work. You can see that the edging is now more pronounced. You can see the different color. And it actually looks like a different color. Talia, stay awake. See? You can see the difference.
Yes, it does look like a different color now.
And Talia is working against some issues here. So it's, you're going to see her nodding on and off. I will be telling her to stay awake, but it's not entirely her fault. She medicine and things like that, so other things. But yeah, this I did about maybe 2.5, 3 rows on this because I could.
Which is nice.
This is my favorite pattern, I think, for shawls. And I know my husband doesn't understand why I need to have a gazillion shawls. And I said, well, this one's for Talia. Well, why
he doesn't need to understand.
No.
He really needs to
never have too many shawls, too many books, too much tea, too many mugs. And yeah, I guess I still consider paper crafts and yes, even still yarn. I am purging a little bit of my yarn, but because I'm not going to get through it all, and I don't like to stare at yarn that I'm not going to get through in my lifetime.
Well, you need space to share with other hobbies.
I have a lot of hobbies, which is why I don't get a lot done on any of them. So I need to settle down and do that. I need to dye yarn because I have somebody who really is interested in me providing yarn for her special project. I'm excited about that. So I want to get myself in gear to do that. I can't seem to get moving. I seem to get easily sidetracked, or all of a sudden time goes. I'm like, okay, this shouldn't take so long, so why am I behind? So yeah, I'm working through that. Maybe this is some kind of midlife crisis thing. I don't know. It's very strange. As Talia and I were just talking about, we started getting ready for the podcast. Why is it taking us so long? It's not like there's that much to do once we get the things set up. And no, it still took us almost an hour. So,
well, I mean, part of the time, to be fair, was set up.
No, I understand that. I said after the setup. I mean, I talked to Daddy briefly, and the setup and stuff, and that. But once we did the setup, it shouldn't have been that much long of a time.
Right.
So I don't know what happened between the setup, which took about a half an hour, and when we finally sat down. But anyway, it's an ongoing work in progress because it drifts off into all our life. I mean, we can't get onto our liturgy on time. It's just, I don't know.
And we used to be such, particularly me, I was...
Oh, I like to be on time.
I was almost frantic about being on time.
Yeah, well, I think it's good that you're not anymore.
No,
but...
I was almost... Actually, I was overboard for a while. Like, it would severely stress me out.
I like to be about 5 or 10 minutes early, and for things like online stuff, I like to be on time, and it bugs me that we're not. I
had to teach myself not to be a half hour or more early.
She was horrible. And I said, well, I'm driving. I'm not sitting there for half an hour. So.
No, I used to actually really stress me out. I needed to be early for everything. And then second last job, when I realized that they weren't going to let me use that time to prep or whatever. They're going to try to put me to work right away if I arrived early. I was like, well, there's very little incentive then to arrive early, because that, my thought process was, I haven't even clocked in yet. I'm using this time to sort of ease it. No one respects that. Yeah, and that's a shame because they lost something there. But anyway, you can see. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 rows, and I think I was maybe one full row and maybe like a few stitches in, but now I've got over 4 rows there, and you can see definitely the difference in the yarn. And these are both my yarns. This one is chocolate covered strawberries, and I think this one is Courtly Love. Yeah, that is Courtly Love. And again, this is my yarn, but it's going to her, so I'm not keeping it. Where is my... Although, to be fair, it was your yarn that you gave to me that I gave to you to make for me. No, but what I'm saying is, it's my yarn. Yeah. Where's my... Oh, I guess I don't have a big one for this one. I just have a small one. Yeah, I'm discombobulated today, so that's you guys getting what you get. Discombobulated me and Sleepy Talia. But Allison likes Sleepy Talia. Hello, Allison. Hi, Allison. I know she's back in the States, so hi, Allison. She's in trouble now. She's back. She's going to get called on, and she's going to get picked on because she's been gone for so long. Allison knows. We only do this to people we love, and Allison is special. Yes, sir. Okay. Love you, Allison. Yes, love Allison. So, my next one is in, I know I worked on this at least a little bit, is in my bucket bag, my sheeple bucket bag, by it's called Crafting Sheeple. It's a bucket bag by Erin Lane. It was a gift from Margaret. And that's, what's her name? Her handle? I used to know. You see, in my head, I see her full name. Yeah. I don't want to give her last name. No, I don't want to give her last name, but I know she has a name. I know she has a handle, but I think of her just Margaret now. Yeah. So, she's been doing a lot of sewing last time I knew. In here is I call them Franklin Platypus, although it's the Freddy the Platypus pattern. Isn't he cute? Sorry, my brain's just not working. That's by the one we like so much. The one who did Angry Gable Knits. Yes, I don't know why my brain's not working. Hold on.
trying to think. What is her name? Joanna Johnson.
Thank you, because it doesn't say on the pattern because it came from a book, so it's not like you have it on every page.
She's such a sweetheart.
She is.
Her husband's quite a talented artist.
Yes, he is. So this is Mom's platypus. I did choose to do the plastic eyes. This was not an option she provided. I just judged about where the plastic eyes would go based off of where they would look like they were sewn to put them in. And I think he looks so cute
He does adorable.
to have this versus just the little.
Well, she was
eyes.
making it for the kids.
She was making it for
Yeah.
kids, but this is for Mom.
Yes, because I have a big kid.
And he's dragging something on his arm with him. It's like stuck in a suitcase or something.
Aw.
And then he's got no legs and
And
no
there's
tail.
blankies in there.
So, yes, he is in progress.
I hope those eyes are in there really well.
Oh, yeah, I have the eye tool now.
Yeah.
Where you press it and it's like, it really helps get it in, even for people that have arthritic hands.
That's why I'm going to have to use, because that's the only reason I can do those eyes.
I have two sizes of the thing. It's got this really nice feeling wood ball at the end.
Nice, yeah.
It feels really nice. So no, it was very easy to get the eyes on.
Just finish this stitch before I start talking again. Because, finishing the stitch is important. Because with this yarn especially, yesterday I was working on this and I couldn't figure out why it looked lopsided. It was because I turned it the wrong way and was going down the wrong side. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this in this yarn because I'm not sure it's going to go to the intended person anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I may change this up to a kind of a recipe kind of design that's actually knitted.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see what we will see. This is a Cerebel scarf, actually a Cerebel scarf, in that pattern, and it's by Sarah Sweethearts. And the yarn, it says it's DK, but it feels kind of thin for a DK.
Mm-hmm.
It feels almost like a sport. And I'll show it to you in just a second here. I just like to get a little bit further in than just the edge when I'm doing this, so it doesn't, if I lose a stitch, it doesn't come unraveled from the side. So you can see this is a really pretty kind of aubergine color. It looks, where I see it, looks kind of dark. The color up at the top where that's better. It's purple. It's kind of a plummy purple, and see, it's Yarn Bee soft and sleek DK low pill fiber, or low pile. I've heard both, but it said PILL, so I assume it's pill.
That's why I was pronouncing it, so that
I
correct.
Cannot see what the color is without my glasses. I can't even find it.
Let me take
Oh, it's oxblood. That's right, oxblood. I always forget this because I don't think of oxblood for this. When I think of the oxblood color, I think either of Expression Fiber Arts, which I have a couple of their. I've used her oxblood a couple of times, and then Miss Babs has an oxblood. But this is oxblood. And it's really, really pretty, and you can actually see the pattern no matter how, even though it's dark. Maybe I will continue with this, but I have to be very careful because if it's not light enough, I miss where I'm supposed to put the stitches because it's so dark, and then it's so not tight, but it's
dense.
Yeah, maybe it's not tight. It's just, I don't know. It's a little more challenging than my normal Cerebels. I think it's a combination of the fact that the yarn is so light and it's a dark color, and yeah, just that. Okay.
Okay, so
Did I say what the bag was?
no, you didn't.
My Winter Cardinal bag by Knitting's My Bag. She doesn't make bags anymore, as far as I know. And this was one of the last ones we bought. I think it was a kit, yarn, and
I know we bought the kits. I don't remember where it was in Thailand, though.
I think it was pretty close toward the end because we weren't buying kits before that.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, so ending with the project in my whoopsie, I don't want to drop all that.
No.
In my So for Shed USA knitting sayings bag, and I am in the middle of, I have like 2 rows before I can finish this log for
Is that the one that George did?
yes, the log cabin love that's supposed to be a baby blanket. It's not a baby blanket. In which I went down like 2 sizes of needles because he likes his stuff ridiculously airy.
Yeah. Unless he's a tight knitter.
He could be. He could
Maybe it's
be.
a combination of both.
But now it could be I'm also a very tight crocheter.
That's not
No,
crochet.
that doesn't make sense. Yeah, because I know I'm a tight crocheter, but that doesn't make sense for knitting why the gauge is so far off. Because if his gauge had been off for like crochet, I would be like, oh, okay, well I'm a tight crocheter.
Has anybody seen George? I tried to contact him a while back, and I can't reach him on any social media or anything. I don't know if he's off, just gone below the radar or what.
Right.
Because I forget what I wanted to thank him for something, or let him know that we're still doing his patterns, or we're still whatever. We just wanted to touch base, but I haven't been able to reach him. I don't know where he.
Yeah, where he went to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's just doing his normal thing and just.
Maybe I'll try 10 hours or less to see if I can contact him there. I thought I did, but maybe not.
I don't know how active he is on his Instagram or the other places.
I don't know. He's not very active on his Facebook. I mean, I see things come up every once in a while, but he doesn't seem to be very active. And I may be mistaken. I only went once, like the last 6 months or something. Maybe a little vlogger either, but go ahead.
But yeah, so this is his Log Cabin Love, which I'm expanding to make it a lap blanket. It'll be even a little bit bigger than I initially intended because I want to get certain other colors in. But because of the shape, it still won't drag into the wheels. So that's really what I intended. But yeah, that is it for mine.
Okay, I have one more, and I will show it to you since I get this fastened off. I found the word without... This is exciting. I found the word without having to search. Maybe it's all that stuff I'm doing for brain games. Okay.
I need to get back into myrtling.
Yeah, I'm doing just history trivia and all this kind of, trivia for capitals and everything. I'm learning stuff and I'm remembering stuff, so that's good.
That's good.
And if I miss something and I come back, I've been getting them on the return.
Right.
Not always. It depends on what the subject is, how well I retain it. But in general, it's like the first or second return. Something that's a little more like I have no interest or I don't know anything about it or whatever. Like the trophy for badminton. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. Honestly. So, but that one takes a little longer. But anyway, this is a bag that was given to me by Chronically Crochet. It's Crystal, the very lovely Crystal. She does the Chronically Crochet podcast. If you want a nice podcast to watch, hers is nice. She's chronically ill, so she's a little bit uneven, but she's fantastic. She's really inspirational. And she made this bag, and she gave it to me.
Beautiful bag. It's a beautiful little bag.
It is a beautiful bag. And normally, I don't go for these tall bags. I have two that I really enjoy. This one and the one that...
You call your Monet one, right?
My Monet one.
The one that you got a tea stain on?
No, that's a wedge bag. I have another...
It's not a wedge bag.
One Brittany gave me. Yes, it is. The Monet bag is a wedge bag. Or it's a needs my bag
It's a
bag.
needs my bag.
The one that Brittany gave me. And then I have one that Rena gave me. I think it was Rena who gave me with a plastic. And that's a tall bag. Those I use, and I get a lot of good use out of them. But generally, I don't like them because they flip over. These are great. And in this one is another shawl for Talia. This is the Talia Squash Blossom shawl is what I'm calling it right now. I think I'm going to call it the Sleepy Talia shawl if she doesn't stop falling asleep.
Trying.
Let me see here. This was reclaimed yarn from another project, so I have to see what is curling here.
Yeah, because it had been sitting in that project for a while.
Okay, this is a different ball. That's what the problem is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I tried to put some balls together, but eventually just got too wide.
This is another scrap shawl pattern by Anastasia Stel, and I have to dye the second color up before. Did I say I was going to do 2 colors? I
think you had 2 colors.
One was the Memento Mori.
Yeah, and the other one
was it black?
It was another kind of gold.
Oh, that's right. I can't remember. We'll have to look for it. I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah.
But this one, this is Miss Babs in the Squash Blossom colorway. And, I haven't done a whole lot, but I did do some work on it. So it has grown. It's about the size of a Barbie, a Barbie shawl. And this one, I can see the pattern easy because it's not a particularly drapey yarn,
Mm-hmm.
so I can. It almost stands up and says, "Look at me, here I am."
Right.
And I like working with Miss Babs. I love Miss Babs, and it is well worth the money, but it is a little on the expensive side. I have to put aside for it and be able to justify it.
Yeah, like
I think I don't know if it's $52 a Yowza large skein now for the DK, or 58. But the thing is, when you go back and you look at the yardage and you do the equivalent yardage in lesser skeins, it's about the same, and you have it all in one skein. So I would never say that her yarn is not worth it, but it is a little on the pricey side unless you're sure that you are going to be using that yarn.
Mm-hmm.
You have to budget for it. You
Yeah.
have to that's the way to say it. You have to budget for it. It's worth it. And her other yarns, I've been buying from her, instead of the big Yowzas when I buy things, I've been buying the half skeins of the DK.
Okay, yeah.
And so that's a little more where I can afford. But if I really, like a gift or something, if somebody gives me a gift card or something, I might pick up a Yowza.
Mm-hmm.
I do tend to go more for her solids now, but there are some really pretty variegateds as well. And yeah, this is moving along nicely. This is going to be slightly different from the traditional scrap shawl. It's going to be kind of a design in progress, Tyus.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will leave it at that, because we're going to have to speed it along, because I don't want Talia falling asleep on me. I want...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She can't help it. I'm not aggravated. It's just she can't help it. But I'm not going to do that, because I think you'll be bored. So, let me just finish this one stitch, and we'll move forward, because we do have stash enhancements and stuff
we
like
do.
that. So,
And usually stash enhancements does help with waking up a little bit more.
yeah. And Talia, like I said, we're both getting over stuff. So beside with that, the medicine and other things, she's tired. So I'll just move this along a little bit. I won't do as much of the commentary as I would have done with this. So that takes care of that. Okay.
What other commentary would you have had to have on that?
Well, just I would have talked, vamping a little bit, So
Was that the yellow one?
Mhm.
I didn't actually see how far along you got because I was dozy.
I should put on some more since I showed it, but
Well, that's cool.
about the size of a Barbie shawl. I think I dropped my hook in here. I'm always dropping my hook in here. Has this nice little way of, because of the spine, I can just go ahead and kind of hook it in there. Okay.
That's nice.
I don't want to hook it too
Aggressively.
because it will pull the stitch.
Yeah.
That goes there. Okay, so that takes care of that. Do you have any FOs?
No.
Journal?
Yes, we both have
Yeah, we
journal.
both have journal. Okay.
I have 2 spreads. You one?
Mhm.
Oops, it's upside down.
What's a dual page spread?
Well, I have 2 dual page spreads. One's in progress. Hang on. Did I show this one last time? I think I did. I don't remember. I think I did. Guys, I don't remember. Did I show the calligraphy for this one last time? I mean, now obviously I've shown it again, but... oopsie.
We might get interrupted. Davina's getting out of the shower. I told her she had to wait till 1 o'clock to eat, so she has another half hour.
Yeah. And the light is on, so she should see that. I also did, my entry for, I've hit the Agatha Christie book, so not so much out reviews as just getting basic layout stuff for each of them that I read during Christie's Missing. Because after I do that, I'll be a lot closer to caught up.
And she said Christie is missing.
Yeah, Christie's Missing, sorry. Here's the ABC Railway Guide. Someone actually took a picture of one with their book of the cover, or the cover of the book, and then I found a 1930 ABC Railway Guide.
Which would be about the time period.
Yeah, it's actually, when you look at the Checkerby checklist about when it was supposed to be set, it was the 1930s. And then ABC, and my star rating has the colors that are on the cover for the ABC Murder.
It's 4 stars?
Yeah, I put 4 stars for it. Not everything gets a 5-star. And it was good, but not my favorite. Then for this here, this is Mysterious Fair Styles. I'm still building this one. You had the mugs of coffee. They're important to the plot. You had the mug of hot chocolate was important to the plot. And then you had
Well, it's important to Poirot anyway.
Well, it was actually important to the plot.
Yes, it was.
It had nothing to do with him.
That time it did.
And then the broken mug. Amongst the mugs. And then I have the poison book, which is serving as my library card pouch. And this is actually, I had to find a Sale of Poisons, British Sale of Poisons book. And don't know what the date is on that one because I can't quite see, but thankfully that doesn't really matter. It just, the most important thing is what I can see on here. And I'll build up the rest of this later. This is still in progress. The book was originally published in 1920. But yeah.
Okay, mine, every once in a while, I haven't been able to do any journaling because I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't, everything eluded me. It's like, I'm not doing anything. I opened our church bulletin on Sunday. I was like, that's going in the journal. And I had the idea partially came in my head almost immediately. So I got home and I put it together. It's a 2-page spread. Okay. This was part of the bulletin for the Bishop's Lenten Appeal. I cut the words out. I cut the picture out. All this word, and this word were all on the top, I think. And then this picture was below it. The Lent, the purple Lent. Purple's an obvious color for Lent. I just printed it there. Put the prayer that was on the the back of the page, I believe it was, for the Bishop's Lenten Appeal. And then I Ty had gotten some Jesus stamps for us. So I put the one in the, what is this, my right-hand corner? My right-hand corner. You can see Jesus in the corner there. And then the crucifix, the crosses on Golgotha. That's right, Golgotha.
Golgotha, yeah.
Yeah. And then the butterfly. And up here, the handwriting says...
You pointed the wrong side.
I can't, I'm challenged. They can see the handwriting. Yeah. My handwriting, the black there, says, for God so loved the world. And what it's meant to be is kind of a start for Lent, and we'll see if I am able to keep up with that type of theme, or if I just kind of go willy-nilly. But this is my religion one, so I was really happy with this because it's the first time in a long time I used multimedia. I used stamps, I used pens, and I used ephemera, and stickers. So it was multi. What do you call it?
It's not even craftable because it's all the same craft.
No, I meant multimedia. It's, I use paper, I use pens, I use stickers, I use stamps. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. And this one says, behold, I make all things new. And then, like I said, for God so loved the world. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that.
Well, it turned out really well. Mm-hmm. That leads us on to enhancement.
I have a ton. My birthday. I apologize in advance. If you don't want to see all the stash enhancements that we're going to be doing, Ty and I will wish you a very blessed week full of everything that makes you happy, and we'll let you go. But before you do, we want to thank the people who commented, and I think I did catch everybody this time. We want to thank Wendy, who is MacGyver, Looney Hiker, Paula, Christina, Renegale, and Lefty Crochets, and Mirror Knits. And I just realized that Mirror Knits is like being left-handed. You do it in the mirror.
Yeah, so, makes sense. Mm-hmm.
So we want to thank you and anybody else that I might have missed. We love hearing from you. We're not always timely in getting back to you, but we do read them. Yeah. And we do thumbs up them. Yeah. Okay? So don't stop. We do like hearing from you. We love your comments, and we're very appreciative of your support.
Yes.
Okay? So if you guys don't want to see all the stash enhancements from birthdays and things, we'll say goodbye and hope to see you soon. We do have a Zoom this Friday for patrons. We have 2 this month because we missed last month. So we have one this Friday and one at the end of the month for patrons. Okay? All right, so go ahead. Moving on.
Okay, so this little guy's going to show by himself because I figured this part will show me you show your like. Then that makes sense. Yeah. This little guy, I wanted to have something
You didn't bring the other one.
Which one?
The toaster.
Oh, I forgot the toaster. because
You're mean to the toaster.
I don't use the toaster near as much because he hurts my eyes more.
You're mean to the toaster.
This one, I call him Squeakers.
I named him.
Yes, Mom thought he looked like he squeaks, and he doesn't.
No, he's a quiet, well-behaved bunny.
But he's really soft. He's meant for when moms want breastfeed or something and they want to have a little bit of light, or they can use him as a nightlight for kids.
For baby, yeah.
For baby, because he can hold up. He's very soft. And I wanted something that would turn itself off at night when I wanted to read in bed. And also I wanted something... I get a lot of light sensitivity, so I wanted another thing at my desk that wasn't quite as bright on my eyes. So he has multiple color options. He has his normal one, and there's his yellow one. Boop!
Off.
Hang on. He's not off. He's not off. He's on low light because that was what I had him on last. Hold on, let me go ahead and put him on red. There he is. Let's put him on bright one. There's his red.
There's the bunny that you sold.
Okay, there's white. There's yellow. There we go. Now he's going to start flipping around through the colors. So supposedly, and I haven't actually... There he goes.
Interesting, yeah. Well, look at that. Oh, got green.
And apparently, if you were to bounce him during any one of these periods of time for each color, he'll then adopt that color.
Blue. He's cute.
Oops. So he should have stayed on blue, but I moved him.
That's okay. He's squeaky.
So, yeah. This is usually the color I use, is the red. But he also comes with a remote control, so I can pick the one, and usually that's what I use at night. Feel free to bounce when you hit a color you want. He should stay there now.
He looks like he's cold. He's cute.
So, yes.
That's a nice soft color.
It is a nice soft color. But yeah, red is usually the one I use, and he has multiple... With the remote control, I can bring him down to like absolute lowest when I'm starting to sleep. And so I'll have him at the absolute highest, like when I'm trying to still wind down, but I want to get myself all set up in bed. Then bring him down to the absolute lowest. And he has a timer down here that you can set. It can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And he's also rechargeable.
Okay.
I think he's at 60% battery right now. So at some point, he's gone quite a while without me having to charge him.
Don't leave him too long though.
No.
He'll get hungry.
He'll get hungry, yeah. But he does get used.
He's so cute.
I have a toaster one too that I forgot about because I don't use him as much because he doesn't. Something about this fur makes the light so it's not so harsh. The other one I have to have behind me because otherwise he actually does hurt my eyes.
He does. He's very smooth.
Yes, he is. And if I ever wanted another kind of one of those things, I'd probably get one that came in the same set. I know they have a dog and they have a couple of other things that I would consider simply because the same level of the soft light that's not too harsh. But yeah. So yeah, he's really cute. He worked out even better than I hoped he would. Yeah, he's also good for sensory because he feels soft.
Yes, he does.
I'm gonna let you, because I'd start opening some of these things. So
I'm gonna show these two together. These are from Talia.
Okay.
This. Yes, it's a plastic measuring cup. She gave it to me with the lid because I tend to put things. I prepare my tea.
Your lattes.
Latte type thing in this, and I don't have a lid to put on top of it.
So just leave it in the fridge uncovered.
Overnight. So
drives me insane.
So she got me this, and then she got this. We have bowls that really hold the. Sorry about the crinkling. Really get hot in the microwave when you heat them up. So apparently you put these under the bowls. You have to be careful when you take it out, so you don't it doesn't come apart from the bowl. But it's meant to help, I think, both keep the heat in and also keep you from burning yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And this is it's called the Cozy Bowl Set. It's 100% cotton with wrap and zap liner. And it's handmade by Designs Just For You Too.
And she has a whole bunch of things. I've got her neck pillows. I have a seatbelt pillow that she made as well. It
says here, machine washable cloth cycle. Air dry or dry on low heat. Machine drying on high heat, highly not recommended. So,
and the thing I just opened here, because we got mail right before, this is a bookmark, never ending TBR, so never ending to be read pile. And this is actually a new to me bookmark person, so I'll have to follow her on Instagram, which is what I usually do for my bookmark people. And let's see, little thank you thing, do what makes you happy. Yeah, so just appreciation for the purchase. So yeah, there's that one.
now this is a couple different things. I just stuck them all in here because it was handy. This is my card from Sharon. Okay. My friend Sharon told me that this is the first part of the gift. The other one was on back order for my birthday.
I forgot about that.
And I haven't worn it yet because I wanted to wait to show everybody, and then we missed a podcast. So this these are all saints on this. These little medals that are hanging off it are all saints. And let's see, it says has been blessed. She had this blessed. So I need to take this this little thread off, but I'm not going to do it right now because I want to cut it. I don't want to break it because it's very stretchy, but I always worry about these stretchy things that they might break.
Yeah, I always read that.
So if that happens later, I'll ask Talia to maybe fix it so it works differently.
Yeah.
So I can have maybe a clasp like sacrifice beads.
Yeah.
So I really like this. But I'm going to go through what's in this so I don't... Talia gave me some...
I think it smells like old book.
Yeah, it does. These are all bookmarks that Talia gave me. This is a whole set of religious bookmarks. I'm not going to open them up because we're trying to do the interest of time here because she's tired. So this is the religious ones. And then this one says, just one more chapter. I don't remember that one. And books are my love language. So just one more chapter and books are my love language. Okay. This one is adorable. It's wisdom begins in wonder. Thank you, Davina. Just put it on the coffee table, sweetheart. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Okay, this says wisdom begins in wonder, and it's an owl. Isn't that the prettiest little owl you ever saw? He's not a cute owl. He's a pretty owl. He's a pretty owl, and he's got a heart-shaped face, so he loves everybody. And then this one made me laugh. It's a little takeout mug, like you get from like Starbucks or Sheetz or whatever, with a little sleeve, and the sleeve says chai and there's a little face over it. So this, how me is that, right?
Yeah, totally you.
So that takes care of that. And I think that's all I had in this package here. Yep. Besides the wrapping paper that Talia gave me. Look at that. That's going in my journal.
The books I just opened don't get shown because that's for the booktube. But I do have another thing here. So I don't think this one's a book. This doesn't feel like it's a book. Oh, they taped it really well. There we go. So here's some stamps. So I've been waiting for several different stamps. Alright.
Excuse me.
Okay, why do they not sell this stamp?
That's cute.
It's a bunny stamp with antlers on him. Like
that's a jackalope.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's a jackalope. Texas. Is that from Texas?
Let me see. New Jersey.
New Jersey, that's weird. That's a jackalope.
I'll have to look to see later on if they have a jackalope stamp, because that's adorable.
I remember seeing them in Texas.
So, got little stamps. So this is
I thought it was shield. Yeah.
Well, this is pottery, actually. And,
it's pottery. Okay, yeah.
or it can be part of a wall. This is the typical smiting. All the different pharaohs will be shown doing the smiting position of whatever enemy it happened to be. It's a traditional artistic trope for them. And then this here is, oh, a knight and archer.
Oh, nice.
A knightly archer.
Kobe.
Not like that. Then this is just one in armor, because, you know, I'll be coming up pretty soon on the medieval section of the readathon. And then this one, this will be fun for, yes, this will be fun for like a border, all the talking ladies of the court.
Gossiping.
Because it looks, that's exactly what it looks like, particularly these two.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're, the one where her finger's up, looks like she's telling tales. So, even though I think it actually might be the two same ladies. Yeah, it's the two same ladies, just doubled.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I kind of see that as a border one. Especially when I don't have the section at the bottom where I have to keep covering it with something that's not a stamp. But yeah. Those are those. I have various and sundry stamps that arrive. Let's see. Just putting this back in here. Didn't know they had a jackalope stamp. Not that I need a jackalope stamp.
I'm pretty sure it's a jackalope stamp. Jackalope. Okay, you know, I got two stamps, right, Ty?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. One of these is from Taya, and one of these is from Davina. This one,
Davina's is the one with the handle.
this is from Davina, and it says, I can't read this.
Okay, it says, from the library of Marlicia Fernandez,
So
and it's got a sword on it.
So you can't really see.
Yeah,
It's
because they
kind of
have
light. It's kind of light, and
if we had thought ahead, we would have had you stamp
stamp
with
it, yeah. And this one Taya gave me, it says Ex Libra, Marlicia Fernandez, and of course it's an owl.
And apparently, because I've picked up other stamps from this person before. Actually, I have some coming in from them for something else. You can't get just the owl reading by himself without
Really?
the ex libris. Yep.
Nice, okay.
Be-
This is cute.
Because I have coming from them, it's really kind of cute. Now, you can borrow the stamp at some point if you want, but I have it intended for like when I read about artists and stuff. It's an owl painting.
Oh, cute.
So he's like flying. It looks like he has a baby owl's perch on him, and there's a little paintbrush
Aw.
in his talons. And there's also one where the owl is standing on a book and he's giving you this kind of annoyed look because you bothered him when he was reading. He's like looking over his glasses.
Like, what?
So same people. I picked up multiple stamps from them, before and current.
I'm trying to go kind of from, I have a whole bunch of tea, but I'm going to wait on that for a second. I'm trying to go with things that kind of are a little bit
Related?
related. Yeah, this one also, Ty gave me this for my birthday. And this is just a double set, but aren't they cute? Look at those owls. And there's several different owls. I think there's one
Oh, yeah, yeah.
front. So I'm looking forward to using that. These will go in my Winnie the Pooh, my Eeyore book. I blame Stacy for awakening my love for Winnie the Pooh. I absolutely love Winnie the Pooh, especially Eeyore, but you know, Pooh and Piglet and all of them. They're just, you know, but especially Eeyore. And I'm coming to appreciate Pooh. I love Owl. I mean, this Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, apparently I'm having my second childhood.
I always get tea on my glasses for some reason when
How do you always get tea on your glasses?
It's like it splashes back.
Right. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Let me give you this so we can open those. I just have to check something before I give it to her. So we have the proper ones.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay. Now, there's a story behind these. On my Catholic Instagram feed, Catholic/business Instagram feed here, Ty.
Oh, thank you.
One of the lady's friends, another maker, is suffering from breast cancer, and she went to remission, and now she has it again. So she's doing a fundraiser. The cup I wanted to get, she wasn't already set up for it, so the one I have is a different one, but I still really like it. I gave Taya that cup because I figured even though I could use it, she could use it more, and this is more for me. And we're going to use them starting Lent, which is next week.
Yes, I open upside down and then fixed it. There we go.
Okay.
So, offer it up, Buttercup.
And mine says, thank God ahead of time. And that's Blessed Solanus Casey.
So, very cute. Cool.
So this is a reminder for me to, I don't have any problem, remember to offer it up most of the time. I do have trouble sometimes remembering that God has it all under control, so you thank God ahead of time, no matter what the thing is going on. So that's that.
And the mixture for me of like the snarky tone is also.
My husband wanted that. I said it has a great big yellow flower. I said, don't they have anything more masculine? So I asked the lady. She said, no, I wish we did. But yeah, so this is going to be this and my Memento Mori. You're going to see this. Well, if we podcast on Wednesday next week, hopefully not, because that's Ash Wednesday and we'll be able to eat anything. You might see this.
Even though none of us really can do the strict
Right.
fast for various different reasons.
Yes. I might just have maybe I might just have a one of the regular chais, that has a little milk in it, just so that it doesn't bother my stomach.
Yeah.
Not a lot, just a little.
Because your stomach does get it affected.
Yeah. Let me just put this back in here. Okay, so that takes care of that one. What do you have still?
The others I can't. The others are things that I haven't shown in the past, plus they need to be shown when you show your bag one.
Okay, so
because it's the organization.
all right,
stuff.
we'll settle back because this is going to take a couple of minutes. These two books were given to me for my birthday. This one Talia got me is called Blessed Solanus Casey. That's the one I showed you the mug on. I don't know a whole lot about him, but when I saw his quotes, I was like, I need to. Kind of like Padre Pio. I need.
Well, she's not going to learn a whole lot more about him from this book. It's basically a picture book.
Listen, I've got two that my husband got me on Kindle that are actual books about him.
Yeah, but she was interested in the picture book, so I got her the picture book too.
You got me this one, right?
Yes, I did.
This I love.
I think I got that for like points only from thrift books.
This is Fulton Sheen. I absolutely love Fulton Sheen. To me, he's an honorary Pauline. It has the library thing on the
Binder.
spine. It's got just blackboard. Oh, there's my bookmark that Talia got for me. It says, "Pray more, worry less." I think that's Padre Pio.
It sounds like Padre Pio.
I mean, his actual quote is, "Pray, hope, and don't worry."
Yeah.
It's got the little stamp here. It says, "Removed from collection of Prince William Library."
You can actually stamp it with your own library stamp.
Yep. Put my name in there. I know there's another stamp in here. I think it says the same thing.
I think it does say
Yeah.
something.
Removed from collection of Prince William. And then there's something here that probably said Prince William Library.
Yeah,
but
probably.
It's been
It's hard to get a stamp up there. I've tried with mine.
and so I'm really excited about this. I love Fulton Sheen. He's absolutely amazing. And I'm looking forward to reading this. I've seen a couple of his TV shows on YouTube, and I've heard several of his tapes. He's amazing. I just love him. And I can't wait till he becomes a blessed. That's a really young picture of him. But I'm a little crowded here, so I'm trying to figure out where to put things when I've shown them to you. My husband got me a paperwhite. Well, before I show that, this I'm not sure how this got missed. Talia got me this. It's a St. Paul for one of my journals, probably. It's a really nice sticker, so I have to figure out where I'm going to put it.
Mom and I both pick up presents as we see fit throughout the year. Either to be like, hey, you're having a day here, or,
I want to, yeah.
Yes, I've had your, Christmas present for 2 years.
We do things like that. I do it for everybody. So this is a writer's block.
Oh yeah, I left my Agatha Christie one in the other room.
This one is Anne of Green Gables, Ellen Montgomery. So I actually found a book here on this cube block that I didn't know she wrote. So I'm looking forward to. I've got Anne of Green Gables, which I do know, of course, and Anne's House of Dreams, and then it's got her signature and all that. And then it's got something called One Blue Castle, I think it is. I can't hardly read what this word is here, but One Blue Castle. I don't know what that is.
Either One Blue Castle or The Blue Castle. I think it might be The Blue Castle.
It might be The Blue Castle. So now I have to look this book up because I didn't know she wrote a book called The Blue Castle, and I want to read it. So that's, yeah. It's just a block. It's just a writer's block, and it's really fun. So it's a small
they
block.
have a bunch of different authors. I know I had difficulty choosing between Agatha Christie and J.R.R. Tolkien, and I went with Christie.
I love J.R.R. Tolkien, and if they have C.S. Lewis or whatever,
they didn't.
They have Chesterton.
I didn't see Chesterton. They had Tolkien. They had Ellen Montgomery. They had Louisa May Alcott. They had Agatha Christie. They had a couple of other people. I mean, they had people that I didn't know as well, but you could. I believe they also have the option to custom make a block. They make each block individually.
You could do one for Conan Doyle or or whatever. But anyway, I was talking about the Paperwhite. Ty helped me find the cover because I found this cover, but she told me what cover to look for, and I couldn't find it in the proper Paperwhite. Okay, because the Paperwhite, you see, it's just it just looks like regular paper, but you can read it in the dark.
Yeah.
And it doesn't glare. So this is the cover.
Now you have your book right set up.
Yeah, it matches my bag. I love this, and they didn't have it when she was looking for it.
I know, I was so annoyed because that was the one I wanted, and I ended up Starry Night, which is fine, but this was the one I was looking for. It wasn't available in this cover.
So I'm carrying literally carrying my library in here. All my books. I have to go down and my husband said I can probably open almost all of them. There's enough space in here.
Yeah.
And I have a ton of books. And if I can open them up and have them collected, I can just not worry about being on the internet, not worry about having a dozen books, and just bring this. I literally have my library with me.
And it'll be a lot, like, you can easily set up collections. I showed her how to set up on her phone because it's a lot easier to set the collections on her phone, just have it crossover.
I didn't realize I would have to download them even if they were downloaded.
Oh, yeah, because otherwise, you might want something on one device and not want it on the other because of space or whatever.
And I'm still figuring it out how to do this, and it frustrates me a little bit. I have to keep working on it because it's really different from my Kindle. But once I figure it out, this is going to be a godsend because I'll be able to read at night without having the glare.
Oh, I wanted to show you something with the light. So see the down thing? So this turns on and off your
the airplane mode. Yeah.
Here's dark mode.
Right. I don't need dark mode.
You also have the brightness. You were at 10.
I don't want that.
Oh, well, I was just going to show you. That's all.
That's too bright.
And then here's back down. You can go all the way down. Let's bring you back to 10 again.
Just put about 7.
Oh, 7? Okay, let me know what I...
Let's stop there.
8? Okay. And then also, here's warmth.
Oh, that's nice.
So...
I'll put this to 10 then.
It's gentler on the eyes when it's the warmth.
So you got that kind of sepia kind of...
Because I keep it on high sepia, low light, dark mode.
I keep having trouble getting back, like backing up. Sometimes I can't find a way to get back to something.
Do you mean like once you're in a book?
Well, once I'm, somewhere let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I can open this or not. Let's see. Okay, so I've opened this. There's my show notes. Now, how do I get back?
Okay, so first of all, hit something like that. Oh, hang on. Do there. I usually hit the top.
Okay.
As if I'm going to pull down.
And go to home.
Yeah, so, okay, done, whatever. So you can do multiple things once you're at the top. You can either hit bookmark. You can choose your text options. I'm going to give you large. I'll make it a little easier for you to read.
Yeah.
And then you can choose your fonts.
Oh, the font's fine.
And
Bookerly.
you can choose, you can increase the size.
That's a good way it is.
You can make it bold. I tend to bold all my thing. You can change your layout so you can have like...
That's good.
But you can also have like high spacing if you wanted to. If you find that easier to read versus that.
For now, I'll just leave it where it's at.
So you have all sorts of options that you can look at. Plus, okay, let's go back up the top again. Like the bookmark, if you had done any notes, you could see that. Then if you need to search for like, I want to look for everything that has blue in it. You would search blue and then show you all the places where it says blue.
Okay. In this document.
Yeah. And then here is if you had a chapter list.
Oh.
You could then go to specific chapters, and then to go back to the main, you go home.
Okay. So yeah, so this is I'm doing a learning curve on it, but I really think I'm going to like it. My husband swears by it. Talia really likes it.
And you don't need to live on this home page. The library is the page that you want to be.
Okay. So, and that's the cover. This is a cover that you put on it for me.
Yeah.
It didn't come with this cover.
Because we both have paperwhites. I have Starry Night, and she managed to get the library.
Yes.
What's funny is my cover's blue, hers is reddish.
Yeah. And you don't get it. I'm not trading.
Nope. Oh no. Now it is what it is.
This is the charger I'm going to put on my desk. My husband has one of those wireless things that you just put it on. It's like a stand.
And I have one too.
And he didn't get me one. I'm using his. But this is what I'm going to use down here.
Now, it doesn't look like it came with the thing you attach it to, the actual plug.
No, I just put it on this thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you were aware of that.
Yeah. And I can find a plug.
Yeah, for sure. It's easy
So
now.
this, let me see it. Now, before we go to the thing that we have in common, I have a bunch of tea. Mm-hmm. What happened was, I didn't buy all this tea.
No,
I have really nice friends on Adagio, and they're very generous with people on their birthdays. So I cleared out a bunch of my tea because I bought things when Ty and I went through yesterday, and we called our wish list. I went through my
because we hadn't really called since we really figured out what we liked.
Because there were things that we had like in our wish list and our stash that we bought or we had on our wish list, but it sounded interesting, and then people give it to us, and we find out, well, we don't want that necessarily. So we called that, but I got over 20 teas from people, and that's not counting what I actually bought. So
you don't have any tea up here you're knocked out, right?
No, it's over there.
I'm gonna move your mug.
Okay.
Into my knitting bag.
All right, now I'm going to show you these because I bought these. Okay, I bought these Honeybush Blueberry Pancake, which is a replacement. Irish Stout, which Taya gave me some of hers. No. Ty gave me some of hers, and I liked it, so I'm going to try it.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't like it, I'll give it
I forgot. Mm-hmm.
This one you can only get in March.
Yes, and I know I have like 3 of them coming
February,
in.
March. You get it for March, so this is Irish Stout.
I overstock on this when I can get it.
So if I don't care for it, she'll get it, but that's mine right now. Fresh.
They changed the cover. Or they changed the packaging, what it looks like.
Fresh is one that Ty and I put together, but it's in her name. So this is peppermint and spearmint. I don't think there's anything else in it. It's just a very basic kind of clear you out when you have a cold, and it works. I also picked up, let me see here. Okay, this is in here. I picked up for myself one called Shadowlight, which is my writer's name that I put together. I can't think of the name of this one.
Let me take a look and see.
I can't think of the name of it, but it's one of my blends, and I didn't like the way it turned out, so I redid it. So those are my 2 that I bought. And this one is one of mine as well.
Because I don't have all your covers.
I have 4 tins in here that I bought because I put them together and I haven't tasted them. I like to taste them before I let them go out. But other than that, I've got 2 tins in here, plus these 2. That came as gifts. Okay, these are the tins we were talking about. That I would like them to all come like this. Okay, so these I got 4 tins from people who gifted it to me, and then I got a salt and rose petals. This comes from Selfina, which is the spice area. Okay, and then I got all these teas. I got rooibos vanilla chai. Earl Grey Bella Luna, which is amazing. Rooibos Vanilla, which is not the same as Rooibos Vanilla Chai. Rooibos Nutcracker. Honeybush Banana Nut, which I have a fair amount of. I can just keep refilling. Arabica Chai, which is going away, so I'm glad I got that. Earl Grey Bravo. Oops. And, this is a sticker a bookmark that Tanya gave me that got lost in the shuffle. It's a vintage Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
And it came with the they didn't come with. I bought it from the same place as the writer's block.
Yeah.
They sell their bookmarks. Their Nice bookmarks for crazy cheap. I have a Gutenberg Press one, which literally is the Gutenberg Press, and the other one is Beatrix Potter.
So this is decaf chai. I've got honeybush banana nut. So it's another honeybush banana nut. It's the only double I get. Elderberry wine.
That's not bad for you only get one double.
Honeybush vanilla. Yeah. Honeybush chocolate. Some rock sugar. Honeybush pumpkin chai. Formosa oolong. Chocolate chai puer. Honeybush. And decaf chocolate chocolate. So I got, look at this. These are all gifts plus 4 tins. And then what I bought. So it's a good thing I cleared out some stuff because some of these are going to go straight into tins to top off tins I already have. And some of them are going to go in boxes. And then some of them are going to replace tins that I'm trying to destash.
Right. I know that I have to go through my actual tea now. I've gone through my list. Mm-hmm. And start going through teas and be like, okay, this is what I'm drinking, this is what I'm not. Because I know what I'm not drinking. I know what I'm mostly drinking.
We have a couple of people that we give things to when we overstock. And they
if you want to be added to that
let us know.
Tea gifting list where you'll just get teas that were only briefly tried or something like that.
Some of them, the majority of them might have been tried. Mm-hmm. Some of them might not even be open.
Right. I mean,
it might be something.
By try, we don't mean like you get wet leaves. Or
No. They're just, it's been opened.
Yeah.
And it's usually in a tin when we do that. Although sometimes, I guess you can get both. My hair, I'm sorry guys, it's just bugging me. There, I'll go this way. It will be sealed shut. Okay. And we have at least one person on the podcast that we already sent to, and one of my friends who's not on the podcast, actually 2 of my friends. But if you'd like to be added to this, we periodically destash, we find out, we bought this, or somebody gave it to us, we don't really like it, based on the ingredients, it might not even be open. Sometimes it might be brand new, sometimes it might have 1 cup out of it. We'll send it to you. You know, we'll share the wealth. I mean, there's no sense in it going to waste. Adagio is a good tea.
Yeah.
So if you want to be on that list, let us know and we'll put you down. Let us know with your name and your address, okay? Because then you might get a surprise in the mail.
Yeah, exactly. It would be kind of cool.
So,
you and I will have to discuss something later. I saw this case for the first time yesterday. I'm only going to bring up briefly so maybe people can add thoughts in the comments. A mom of a school shooter just got...
Oh, I saw that.
...declared guilty for manslaughter. I was hoping she wouldn't. Because
I don't think that's right.
And that was...
Although...
She didn't know.
But she gave him the gun.
No, the father did.
Oh, the father did.
The father did.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's right. You're not supposed to be guilty
for someone else's
crime.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I just watched something that...
unless she... contracted him.
Right, exactly.
She's not responsible.
That's what I thought, because I just listened to something yesterday that Bruce something, the criminal lawyer, he has a channel, and he was going through beat by beat. It's like, look, teenagers don't tell you stuff. Mm-hmm. Teenagers will be like, fine. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't read teenagers' minds. Like,
there's no way that someone and this is not a minor crime. This is not like shoplifting or even...
He's away for life, her son.
Yeah. He's gone for life. I mean, he's being tried as an adult.
Yeah.
And so...
I just feel like it's created a bad precedent.
I do too.
Because you can't control another person's actions. That it's... This person was old enough to make the decision themselves.
Yep. Now, the father should never have gotten him the gun.
Yeah, now, apparently this is an area where there's a lot of hunting. Kids do have... They had already separated the... I can't remember what kind of gun it was. They had already separated the ammo from the gun because they were... he had acted up or something and he was being punished. Mm-hmm. So they had tried to separate anything. I was hoping it would go a different way.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, it just came up from Nate the lawyer. I follow a couple of lawyers on...
it came up on
YouTube.
Church Pop.
Did it? Okay, yeah, because I have like 3 or 4 different lawyers I follow. And when I heard the case yesterday, I was really hoping it wouldn't go that way. Darn it. Because that's creating bad precedent.
Yeah, it is. That's not right. You can't be held responsible for someone else's actions.
Well, from what I understand, they did a really they did character assassination. Well, some of the things that she, did in her life, she had an affair and these other kind of things. But that has nothing to do with the case.
That's not. It shows. It shows something about her character, but it doesn't
make her guilty of manslaughter.
No.
It's like you can say that she is XYZ, but as long as she didn't do manslaughter, this has nothing to do with the case.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's probably darn. I'll watch that video later to see why the foreman said that.
I think they should appeal that.
I hope she does.
I hope they appeal it because that's not right. I don't care what she's done. If she wasn't responsible for that particular crime, if she didn't hold a gun to her son's back and say, you kill these people, she shouldn't be liable. She didn't tell him to go kill people.
Because otherwise you can argue that the school is just as responsible if they know things that the teacher doesn't know, or the parent doesn't know, which does happen. Unless, there's just...
No, that's not right.
It's not right. Because what's next? You hold them responsible for their kid drunk driving. That was one of the examples.
They do stuff like that. They'll hold a person who holds a party with alcohol. If they get in an accident, they can face charges.
I mean, I have heard if you let the person leave your party drunk, especially if they're underage. I've heard that. I've heard even of bars getting charged if the person is fall down drunk and they know that they're driving. Now, if you say that the teen took their parents' car and the parent wasn't, then at what point,
Yeah.
Because it's not like the parents were where he took his gun to school.
Yeah. Yeah, I the situation there doesn't sound great, but I don't think that doesn't mean that they're complicit in murder.
Right.
Okay.
So sorry to bring that in. It just really shocked me in the middle of, I was looking for something else to talk about. I think I was checking something that might have had something to do with, if this shows up, Mom will be able to show it. And it's not showing up, the thing I was waiting for. But that came up. And I was like, no.
Let's get this because we have to eat.
Yes, we do.
This is my last gift. It's from Davina. And this is going to be used for scrapbooking. It's actually for circuit or cricket.
I'm not even sure. That's what I think when I was trying to look up what it's actually called, and I got distracted. I think it's a cricket. I always say it wrong.
I do too. Okay, so this is mine.
Because in my head, I spell it differently than what it is actually.
And this has multiple, I think it's the middle one time. Maybe the small one?
It might be, that opens wider. Yeah, that actually might be the smaller one. And then I have one of the middle one, so that would be possibly one of these two.
Yeah.
Because they're similar in size.
So this is the one I have.
And I have the one of the other one in a different color. So this one goes with that one. Okay, this is the same as this one because it's the same brand.
Okay.
And then I have one of this brand that's marked for you in case you decide you like it.
So this one has a place to put pens and tools and things like that.
Because they have cutting tools and stuff for this other thing. I'm trying to find the name of it. It's called a let's see.
I can see I'm probably gonna need more of these.
Well, yeah, because you went through the thing pretty quickly. You find.
So these are some kind of, they're Velcroed and there's
cricket.
They're dividers.
And I'll show you how mine's set up. This is the exact same one she has there. This is the first one I got.
Davina got me this.
Yes. When I got it I got it with scrapbooking in mind. This is the one that I use for, and we're trying to keep it in theme. Mom will have blues and the kind of cooler colors there.
Oh, I see.
Blues, purples, grays, whatever. And yeah, you see Mom like that.
Yeah.
And I happened to get my first one in a pink because I liked the way the fabric looked. I could definitely see that it was kind of that.
This is what it looks like with the.
Yeah, before you put any stuff in. In this one, I have my glue and my pens, including my non-traditional calligraphy pens. These are the more the marker calligraphy pens. Just actual markers in here. My stencils. Normal pens. Here's my glue pens plus my glue eraser. my glues. Here's my cutting board. Here, my glue pad is behind this.
I need to get a glue pad.
Yeah, let me know. No, I can show you where to get one. It's not that expensive. I use mine all the time.
Yeah, because I keep putting like paper plates or something under it.
It's a lot and it doesn't, like, the glue pad stays nice. And so in the front here, I filled up all my things here. So, okay, so I have a little pair of scissors here. I have a little ruler. Here's an eraser. Here, I've got refills for my glue pens here.
And this is what it looks like empty.
I've got refills for the mechanical pencil erasers and refills for the mechanical pencils themselves. So these here are other kind of glue pens. I have multiple ones of those. Mom got half of them. I got half of them.
I have to find all my stuff. That's why we're getting these, because I can't find any of my stuff.
I've got my somewhere in here. I also have my. Oh yeah, there's my extra X-Acto blade, and here's my X-Acto knife. I use it all the time. This is just an eraser. This thing here.
Oh, there's side pockets here too.
Oh yeah, there's side pockets. And then here, these are all, Mom has these too, the little cutting pens for the fussy cutting.
Because I have a big, like a notebook size thing that has all my pens in it. But I don't have a place to put like my glue pens and my cutting pens and all that kind of stuff. I have so many boxes that aren't really, like I'm going to have to get, I already can see I'm going to need to get for my stamps, because I've got a tackle box up on the top of that shelf, and one of these days I'm going to brain myself and knock myself out because it's heavy. And so I want to get something like this.
Well, I have one in a bluish color set aside for you for this, and I can send you the information for that. Or I can pick it up for you for Mother's Day, whichever you'd prefer.
We'll figure it out.
To me, I might want to pick it up for you for Mother's Day. So, this is what the other one looks like. Like I said, I've been seeing it in the same color things. My mom, I can know right at a glance whose it is. So in here I have my stickers, I have my postage stamps here, I have all my washi tape here. Again, it has that setup that Mom showed you where you can put in the pockets. I don't want to dump it. I have also here, I put my library date stamp, so it has, month, day, year.
Oh, I don't know what happened to my stamp. I have a stamp too, like that. Not like that one.
You probably didn't. You probably left it on your desk.
I might have put it away already.
Yeah, I've got my library cards here.
I have a bunch of those.
The index cards I use for making my catalog cards, and then all my library pockets in here. Then on the other one here, I've got this one I actually did. Well, this one here is, actually, you saw the bunny stamp. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, because I actually have it in an entry.
All right.
I did it from my last finished entry. So I have in here, then there's a stamp that, so I have a couple library stamps, but not all of them go with me. They stay on my desk because they're bulky, but this one goes with me. See that little library stamp where it says, is the bunny? It says, Ex Libris Talia Fernandez. So that's what this stamp is. This came from the same place, I think, as the owl one. And I also have a little black ink that stays in here. And this one is Ex Libris Talia Fernandez. It's a hobbit hole.
Yes.
I have yet to figure out the perfect amount of ink to put on there. I either put on too much or too little for this one.
Well, that's why I was wondering about this one when I did this. I think, open this up here. The Jesus one has a good amount of ink, but I really got a lot of ink on this one.
Well, I think the more detail it is, the easier it is to overdo the ink.
So but it looks good.
No, it looks great.
And I think it looks nice. I saw a technique that I want to try on one of the, like, I think it was Soto Studios maybe. They took their stamp and they just kept doing the whole, and it made it like a faded background, and then they put other things over it, so it gave a feeling of depth. And I want to try that with something. That'll be kind of cool.
Now, I don't have as much in the front of this one because it doesn't have my pens and stuff in it. This has one of my tweezer things. Then I have the ones that's in a kit in there. I have my little spreader thing and then I have my hole punch.
Yeah. And this is probably what we're going to do Monday with me and her.
Yeah.
Is kind of just take everything out, see what I have in different boxes.
Yeah, because even if I'm not doing most of my organizing, her seeing how mine is organized might help. Now, granted, I do have a bit more of, this is very strongly my library book one as well, because this is, the thought process is I want to be able to take my journal stuff with me and go. And actually all my journal stuff has basically gone to bags because I was finding that it was hard to access things in the drawer I had it in.
And I have mine in boxes, which is easy to access if I know what's in it.
Right.
So with these, maybe I could put a tag on it, but also the handle, like I'm going on retreat in April, and if I can get, a couple bags maybe about this size to stick in my...
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want this big one here.
Yeah.
But this big one is more like if you wanted all your stamps in one place.
Yeah. Well, this might be where I say, okay, or even if I just go to my bags and get one of my other bags out and say, okay, this has got my religious stuff that I think I might be using, plus, my notebook and everything, and it's one bag.
Yeah.
And it has, stamps and all that kind of stuff in it. But what I have tools that I want to put in a bag. I have washi tape. I have stickers. I have stamps.
It's a lot easier when you know where everything is, and you find that you do it more. Like in this front section, I have all my little, and now I might actually use my my clear stamps more because now it's very easy to access my backings for those clear stamps. That's in this front packet.
And I was asking someone at Hobby Lobby about how to use that. She had no clue. So
I'll show you. I've used them before. Here are my inks. They're in this. Hang on, let me turn it.
I have all these inks as well. So
here's my fadeable ones. They're in the zippable pocket here. Then I just put colors that were like together. And I wanted most of my inks. They would be fine not laying flat, but I just put them in the flat top. And then I have
the cleaner.
The cleaner. There's like, when you have like nail polish. I don't want to tip it, but is this little strap that's like kind of a bungee thing. And it can hold like nail polish, just same thing like you see for pens, but bigger. I have that's big enough to hold my my cleaner. So really, I can easily take all my scrapbooking stuff with me and access it all very easily. Let me go ahead and close this top, and then I'll show you. Besides, I need to put these other stamps where they belong now.
You have to be able to put what you need. You have it easy access, but you want to take all these bags with you all the place.
Well, like this one wouldn't go with me everywhere. The ones that would be more likely would be the two smaller ones. But this is more like, I can access this easily at home, because sometimes I didn't want to reach into the drawer and try to find the stamp. This, even though they aren't all, although even though they'll end up being not all the bags like I have them right now, because like these history ones are going to start moving out of the bag, so I'll start getting to the point where I have too many history ones. So let's move my other history ones in here. This is a big old.
That's going to be heavy.
It is, but I want it to be big because I know that I'm going to accumulate a lot of stamps because I do use stamps, and now that I have a way to store them more easily, I will use them more often. When I had them in the drawer, I wasn't using that much because it was a pain in the neck to pull them out.
And I have to go into my toolbox and see what stamps I'm actually going to use because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. Now I'm getting things that more reflect my personality. I mean, when I picked them up, I picked up a lot down at the bottom of the hill, so there were a lot of, they're like, 10 cents a piece or something. And I don't use them because I don't drink, I don't need that kind of stuff. So I have to go through. I've culled through it a couple times already, so I'm pretty close to where I'm at. I think what I like, but I still need to go through again and say, okay, maybe I won't use these so much.
Right. Well, like I know personally, probably everything's gonna be pretty loose in here for me, except maybe the ones I use a lot for like rating stuff. So like the 5 stars and the those kind of things, they'll stay together. But everything else is gonna be loose, and then I can just like sort of scrabble through and see what I want, because then it takes up less space that way. But yeah, I'm happy about that. It's a lot easier to store. I'll be using these more. It's if I'm going to have them, I'd rather know where they are. You got me this one. Happy bunny. Sorry, that's a reminder that I've met at some point.
Yeah, it's almost time for us to eat here.
But yeah, I just have a couple more to free from these are my Star Wars ones. But now, there we go. as my stamps, develop, there's a lot of space for stamps in here, which is exactly what I wanted.
You just have to be careful that's not too heavy.
Yeah, but like I said, this isn't one that I do more than carry around the house. And this is something that it's heavy duty. It's meant to carry stuff. And yeah. Oh, that's what I forgot to show. My clear stamps are up here. Because they don't take up as much room. They can just be slid into a pocket. Right. Now, I'm reading about, there's some that I have that apparently they're not mounted. Mm-hmm. And they talk about ways you can either mount them or ways you can put them on.
Well, they have, there's temporary handles.
Yes. And I think, Mom, actually, if you get the proper cling thing on it, you can use the, I believe the thing that I have coming in for both of us where you can spread it on can also be used as a temporary handle.
Oh, okay.
I had to take a look at it more closely. Because I was doing research because I think I hadn't realized I picked up one that wasn't mounted. And I was like, okay, how do I do this? I know there's a way to do it, but how do I do this?
Yeah.
Because they were really pretty stamps and I just didn't know what it meant when it said on mounted. I was like, I'll figure out how to use it,
Yeah.
So, yeah. The only reason why it's taking a second to close is because it's not full to its capacity, so it's kind of like...
You can almost use these for suitcases.
Oh, yeah. And this one, you don't even have the same kind of arm strap because it's different. It's very different than the other ones. I almost got one exactly in the same style as those, but I really wanted the upper part. But, yes. Okay. This one will end up heavier. Oof. But that's also the one that's most...
And this is mine. So it's a little baby one.
Yes.
I think I'm going to maybe start with tools or something that's maybe... I don't know where it's at all the time.
Right. No, that's probably the best place to start for you. Like with the... I think when I started, that's where I started. I started with the glue. Mm-hmm. Well, because remember, I had the yellow thing at first, and that was my glue bag, and I outgrew it. So
that's my medicine bag now.
That's why I had to get the second bag.
Okay, so we always... Oh, there's my strap. We always manage to repurpose bags and things. It's just not a problem here. Okay, now that takes care of that. Sorry this is so long and so heavy on the stash enhancements, but we did have 2 birthdays.
Yes.
And we did have 2 weeks. Excuse me. Want to remind our Patreons once again, we have a Zoom on Friday, and then we have a Zoom this Friday, which is the, 9th?
I don't know what this Friday is.
Okay, we have a Zoom this Friday, and we have one the last Friday of the month.
Yeah.
We normally don't have 2 in 1 month, but because we had to miss one, I don't know if we were sick or what it was, we had to miss a Zoom last month. So you're getting 2 this month, Patreons.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to our regular schedule come March.
Yeah.
Okay? We want to thank you for sticking with us this long, those of you who stuck with us. We hope you have a very wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafts, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. I'm not reaching past all that stuff to get the clapper. So,
no.
We hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Penhook and Needles podcast, episode 5, I think it's 86 or 587. Let me see. I shut off my show notes, so I probably shouldn't have done that. Episode 587, and that's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless.